There you go. Hey guys. So yeah, finally of the season today. So this is a little bit weird for me because there is no Sadiq today. He is enjoying some well-earned vacation. So welcome to everyone for today's watch along or match reaction between Chelsea and Bournemouth. I hope everyone is having a good day and yeah. Uh, what a game! What an end to the season! Of course, Thiago Silva's last game as a Chelsea player. He will now leave and go back to Brazil. So yeah, it's a little bit weird for me. I'm not sure how long I will be here, but yeah. Big up to everyone who is in the comments. Currently can't see you. Haven't really been doing this a lot by myself. So yeah, but big up to Josh, CFC, and of course Sadiq as well. Being in the chat, big up, you guys. So what a game! First of all, what a goal by Caiceido! Like from 50.52 yards. So yeah, brilliant goal from Caiceido. Like so deserved for him as well. Proving the doubters from this season wrong. Like how people can talk about him as a flop this season is actually mental. Like of course I can understand the price tag, but he has been phenomenal in our recent form, turn of form, and I will feel the reason why we actually are in contention for Europe now. I think it's 5 wins in a row or 4 wins in a row. Our best form this season. Picked up like 12 out of 12 from the last. Yeah, we'll picked up a lot of points from the turning of the year, and yeah, Pochettino has been like he has turned this team around a lot since January. Of course, I think we are the third third team with most points secured since the turn of 2024, and that's really good. Yeah, and of course there's no celebration in North London for a title. The title went to the blue side of Manchester again. So yeah, that's always fun to for them not to celebrate. Of course. Oh, we have a little guest here.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
What's going on, man? I just want to say hello.
Yeah,
Who's the
how
man
are
the
you?
match? Yeah, I'm flying back in about 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
Who's your man the match?
I would probably say Caseiro just because of that goal. Of course, really sucks that he went off injured.
I
But
can't believe he scored that goal.
yeah, it's mental. It's the furthest goal in a Premier League game since Wayne Rooney in 2017.
Yeah. No, that was a crazy goal. But yeah, I just want to say hello, man. But thank you for supporting as always, bro.
Yeah, of course, always a pleasure. Thank you for also giving me an opportunity to do this. I've always wanted to, but sometimes I've been afraid to do it. So now I am actually like going through, like I'm forcing myself and also pushing myself to get through this fear of talking about
Exactly.
it in front of people.
Exactly. Well said, man. Keep doing your thing. When everyone tuning in, drop your questions, like the video, and we'll be back for
Yeah,
the content in June. But I'll see you guys soon.
yeah. Take care, Sadiq. Take care. Hope you have a
So,
good flight. Yeah, so big up Sadiq for coming on a little bit to talk. So yeah, who would you guys say are your man of the match for today? Like, it was a little cagey, a little end-to-end game. Like, I didn't feel like we had as much control as we should have against Bournemouth, but we always struggle against the Bournemouth. So yeah, it's been like a oh, let's see. Remove from there you go. Yeah. So it's we are always struggle against Bournemouth, so it's good to that we win against them. And yeah, final game of the season. The season has been moving fast. Like I just feel like some days ago it was beginning of the season. We were playing Liverpool, disaster scoring, and we drew with them. So yeah, it's good to. It's a weird way to end the season. Of course, a good final weeks for us as we can celebrate. I think we got sixth place, if I'm not mistaken. So that's always good. Of course, Tottenham won. So right now we are in Conference League. So all we need to do now is root for Man City in the FA Cup, because I think then we will actually get Europa League and Newcastle will get Conference League. But I wouldn't also mind the Conference League because it's a new competition for us. Of course, people make fun of us if we get there because it's a third tier or third European competition. But if we get there, we can at least try and win a trophy, and maybe we can be the first team to win all four or all three European competitions, which is now made being the first to have that as well, and add another competition trophy for these young players. So yeah. So I don't feel Conference League isn't European football, but that's fair. It's a weird take, but yeah, fair. You meet a lot of worse competition from what you do in Europa League and Champions League. That's true, but it's a new competition that we first time we will play in. Of course, that it's not a competition that Chelsea fans should aim to or Chelsea should aim to play in, but we have had the last 2 years have been a bit down years for us. So to at least get top 6 from where we were at the beginning of the season, I think I heard they say we're 16 points better from this year than we were last year. Of course, we have scored a lot more goals. As I think we've scored 38 goals in the league last season. Now we scored 77, and that's actually the third best attack or third best attack in England, or no, fourth best with Newcastle. So yeah, to go from one of the worst attacking teams last season and only scoring 38 goals to now scoring 77. It's actually pretty good. Of course, we need to shore up our defense. Our defense has been awful at times this season. Of course, this is our worst defensive record in the Premier League history with 61 goals conceded. So yeah, I think I would still stick with Poch. Yes, I feel he now has turned the season around. Of course, if we were lower down the table, yes, maybe I would sack him. But to now get at least European football in general, and he has turned his team into the really exciting team to play against or watch. Like, I feel like there's rarely been any boring games for Chelsea fans to watch this season. Of course, you had some memorable games this season, and some of the games of the season, like the 4-4 against Manchester City, the 3-4 to Man United. Like, we have had some good games this season. Poch has made this an attacking team that is dangerous to play against at times, but of course, now we just need to get better defensively, and I think that will actually help us in the long run. So I don't feel like it's worth sacking Poch at this point, because why would we then restart the whole project? Now, Poch has been doing well, in my opinion. Of course, um, we haven't performed to Chelsea standards, but from what we were last season to this season, it's a big improvement from in terms of placement in the league. We went up 6 places in the league from last year to this year. Went from 12th to 6th place. That's incredible. We got almost to 2 finals in the 2 cups we were in. I feel like that's a good rate from a manager. Of course, the FA Cup, the League Cup final, we should arguably have won. The FA Cup semi-final, we should have arguably won against City, but it's merits, and we weren't lucky at those days. But I feel in general, Poch has done a good job with his team. I feel he is being backed by the board. I don't think they really want to sack him. The players do not want him to go. They are on board with his visions and his play style, and now he is getting the best out of the team. Like, Jackson has been good for someone who knew no one almost knew who were, apart from last year when he had that good purple patch for Villarreal in latter stages of the season. Of course, Palmer is our third highest goal scorer in a league season. Only 2 players to score more than him are Lampard and Drogba in a league season. He got, I think, 32 goal involvements, or now 33 goal involvements in general in the league. Like, I think he had now 22 goals and 11 assists, or 33. Yeah, he just got an assist. I think that was his 10th or 11th assist of the season. So to have a player like that, and to be honest, I didn't understand why we were signing Palmer when we were linked with him last summer. So to go from and like a squad player at City, of course, a talented City graduate who wanted to play more football, to now win Young Player of the Season. Don't forget, he won, I think, with over 50% of the votes, and have a phenomenal season like he's had, beating Eden Hazard's all-time best season in, I think it was 18-19, when he hit like 15 and 16. So the only thing that Hazard was better in was more assists, but we've had a good season. I would say we have an good season too, from what we saw last season. So to sack Poch is just it's a reset button. Like, we will have to reset everything, find a new playing style, figure this team out, and I think hopefully our injuries from next season will not be as bad. Hopefully Nkunku, Reece James, Gusto, every single player can actually stay fit. Of course, Reece James won't feature for the, I think, first 3 games of the season because of the suspension against Brighton last game. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. That's, of course, stupid challenge from him, but yeah, we weren't the only team that should have a red card that game. But yeah, of course, a really well-taken goal from was it Sterling? Yeah, of course, a well-taken goal from Sterling. He did well to get it between the legs of Neto, and it was an important goal because it saw us win the game. Like, we only needed to win or draw to get 6th place, so that goal was really massive for us to at least get European football. Who would you guys say were your man of the match for the time, and would you guys also sack Poch and get a new manager? Because also one of the reasons I don't want to sack Poch is I don't see a clear replacement for him. Like, I don't see who will get in the position and who wants to go into the position at this point. Like, if we were maybe fourth, between 1 and 4th, I would understand. Maybe we could also argue for a better manager, but going from 12th to 6th is impressive. Of course, there have been bad games, there have been good games, but in total, I feel like we're more entertaining to watch, and especially from last season. Last season was really, really bad to watch the team. Like, there was nothing there, no entertainment, nothing. At least here there are something. and maybe we will see. I would say we'll see how we do until at least December, because if we are up there with the best teams in the league next season, I don't see why we should sack Poch. Like, we don't know which players will leave and which players will stay. We will of course see that and talk about that on this channel during the summer. So if you want watch that, you can also hit the subscribe button and of course the bell notification. So that will always be appreciated, to come in here and drop comments, support the channel, hit the like button. We all appreciate it. Of course, Sadiq isn't here today. He is in Turkey, have been enjoying a little holiday, so which is much deserved from him. He's been working really hard lately. So yeah, big up to Sadiq for, of course, like I said to him, giving me this opportunity to be here live today, talking about the last game of the 2023-2024 season, which has been a good one. Like, people say this season has in general been boring, because Man City won four titles in a row, but there hasn't really been a title challenge in recent years which has gone down to the wire. Maybe the Liverpool City ones, like 2020, 2021, 22, or 2020, 2021. But other than that, there hasn't been, like the last two seasons, there hasn't really been a title challenge which would decide by the end of last game of the season. So, and of course, the relegation battle has been entertaining as well. Like, of course, Sheffield has been woeful. Burnley, and I think, who was the last team to get relegated? Was it Luton? They have all tried to do what they do. Of course, it's all the teams that got promoted last season, but I would say it also went a little bit down to the wire, or was entertaining, because both Everton and Nottingham Forest got point deductions, which of course made the relegation battle more enjoyable or entertaining, because it was tighter. Of course, they appealed. At least Everton appealed and got, I think, it was 6 of the 10 points back from the deduction, or something like that. But yeah, in general, I feel like it's been an entertaining season. Like, we were just steadily in the last half of the season, we were just steadily climbing the table, and people like, especially fans like United and Newcastle fans, were giving us so much stick and like bantering us all season. Look at the table, guys. We were 3 points above you. Where were you at the final stretch of the season? Like, you two bottled the guaranteed Europa League and Conference League positions. So what are you going to say now? Like, you guys have had a worse season than us, and you two were at least in the Champions League, which you also failed in, because you both got grouped and finished bottom of the group, which is really embarrassing for two Premier League teams. And we're here sitting and arguing about that Premier League are the best league in the world, when we have two teams getting grouped. And yeah, it's not good, and not showing to the Premier League that, of course, we have had an awful season in terms of VAR decisions, in my opinion. Like, there is been so much controversy, both going, of course, refereeing decision that's been really annoying. And yeah, it's been a hell of a season, and the season, in my opinion. And maybe a little bit back to the game. Of course, I've been talking a lot, which I always enjoy doing. And here I can sit and talk while people, of course, maybe not find it too entertaining, but at least start supporting and appreciate it. But back to the game, like I said, KG got a Great goal in the, I think it was the 15th minute of the game, where Caiceido just rifled it home from the half, a little bit in front of the halfway line when Neto was, of course, off the line. Great work there from also Gallagher, who should get a little bit of the credit, because if it wasn't for him pressing the goalkeeper, he wouldn't have kicked it how he did, and Caiceido wouldn't have gotten the ball. So big up to Gallagher for, of course, pressing and being as hard as a workhorse, which has been impressive, and a good understudy as a captain. And that like, he has been doing well and as a captain, apart from the time he got sent off. But other than that, he has, after that game, he got his discipline checked and has been performing really well for the rest of the season. And in my opinion, I know it sounds mental to strip Reece James of the captaincy, but if Gallagher is staying and is a first team player, maybe give him the armband. But if not, at least I wouldn't say Chilwell as vice captain. I would arguably say Gallagher, because at least Gallagher is showing by determination and his performances on the pitch. He leaves everything out there, and in my opinion, I know people want to sell him. Some people want to keep him. Same with Chalobah, two of our academy graduates who has been performing very well recently. And I don't think either of them should be sold. Maybe they, especially Chalobah, how versatile he is. He can play right back. He can play center back. He can even play in defensive midfield, which we haven't seen, but he can if we want, if needed to. So yeah, we will of course talk more about in and out goings, which will come up in the summer. Now that the season's over, of course, there's still one big match left in the season with the Champions League final. Of course, we'll not be in that, unfortunately, but yeah, it's been an enjoyable season, ups and downs, really a really roller coaster of a season for Chelsea, like good and bad, good and bad, but in general, a really good finish to the season. Of course, this is what we needed. We needed to climb the table, and we did. So for now, I would say Poch in until if the performances aren't there next season, we can have this discussion then again. But yeah, I think I might then wrap up the or might wrap up soon. Like maybe we can talk about, like, in my opinion, maybe a little bit player ratings. Like I like doing that. Petrovic, of course, couldn't really do anything about the goal. A deflection of Chile. I would say maybe a 7. Had a good game, nothing too special. Had some good saves, but couldn't really, like I said, do anything about the goal. Chalaba, solid, had some solid challenges in their last challenges, and had was really good against a menu who had some good games and is a dangerous winger. So I would say a 7 for Chalaba as well. Thiago Silva, can I say captain, lead, legend? Of course not captain, but at least a leader and legend for Chelsea. Been phenomenal for the past 4 years he has been at the club. Thank you, Thiago Silva, for everything you have done for the club. All Chelsea fans really enjoy what you've been doing, and you have been a breath of fresh air to the back line when you signed. Showed your maturity and leadership skills. We are really going to miss you. It's going to be hard to replace a phenomenal servant signing at 36, leaving at 39, 40 years old. It's going to be weird next season not seeing him there, and hopefully he can return to the club and in as a coach or something. Yes, I think there's been reports that he wants to do that. But Chile, of course, I felt he was good. Of course, a little bit unlucky with the deflection, so I'm gonna say maybe a 5 or 6, 5.5, maybe, nah, 6. Like, had some good challenges, did well. Caiceido, I would say my man of the match today. I'm gonna give him a 9. If it wasn't for that goal, we would maybe not have won that game. I feel we're much more secure when he's there. After he was subbed off, hopefully the injury is not as bad. But if it wasn't for him in the midfield, we wouldn't look as secure as we did, and we could see that. So he's a really good player for us, and arguably one of our most reliable players. Gallagher, I would give a 7 as well. Good game, was running all around and pressing the Bournemouth players. Palmer, I would say, was a little bit quiet today. Of course, not his best game. He got the assist for a Sterling goal, but I would give him a 7 as well. That's maybe a 7 or 6. It will, like, from what we've seen from Palmer this season, it hasn't been. He has had some games where he has ghosted a little bit, in my opinion. But of course, a fantastic player and a good player in general. So Sterling, I would give an 8. Great goal and was running and had some really good. I've also forgot Kukurea, who I don't understand why he got the yellow card. Was it because he was talking to the ref, or what was it with the yellow card that I didn't really understand why he got it? Of course, he got flinged to the ground after he kicked the ball into the advertisement boards by Semenyo, but don't really understand why he got booked for that when he was the one that got fouled. I would say he was a 7 as well. Good game today. Madueke have had some really impressive games in recent games, but the last two has been a little bit more quiet ones. But yeah, Pulimis, Pulimis. No, we are in the Conference League at the moment. So we get European football regardless of the FA Cup win. But the difference is if Man City win the FA Cup, we get Europa League. Now we get Conference League. So we are in Europe generally, no matter what happens. It's just we hope that Man City wins, so we get Europa League instead of Conference League. Then the Conference League position will go down to 7th place, and yeah, so that's what's going on there. Jackson today was really quiet today. Had a really good start, like a dangerous shot in like the second minute. But other than that, have I would maybe give him a 6. Like, it's been one of the more quiet games recently from Jackson. Of course, been impressive this season. 14 goals in the league, none of which are penalties, and I think 3 assists or something. Like, he has been really good this season. So 7, no 6. Of course, Ugochukwu did well again. Great to see him back on the pitch. Of course, had some really good games. Had 1 or 2 good games this season before he got injured. We need the midfield depth, so good to see him back. Cassidy, of course, I would feel like a more defensive substitute, but also to gain more height in midfield and to win aerial duels. That's why he comes on. But because he was also impressive this today, and Nkunku was good. Like, he was threatening down at our left hand side. Uh, I would say Kassen and Kunku both gets a 7. Happy birthday to Malo Gusto. I know he doesn't watch this channel, but in general, happy birthday to him. Been a really impressive season for him today. Of course, I think he has 9 assists in the league, which is impressive for a 20-year-old. And our now right hand side is set for a decade with both him and Reece James. So that's really good. Um, was there any more substitutions? I felt Poch got the tactics right for today. So yeah, I can give Poch a 7 as well. And Gusto, he didn't really do much, Gusto, but I can give him a 7 as well. So yeah, it's been a good season. I hope everyone has enjoyed the season, and especially in recent games where we have picked up form and won a lot of them. So don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to also subscribe and hit the bell notification, because during the summer, of course, it's the transfer window where especially me and Sadiq will talk about ins and outs of Chelsea Football Club, who will leave, who will join, who are we linked to, what are the rumors, everything like that. It's going to be an entertaining summer for Chelsea, because there will be spendings and there will be outgoings. So hope everyone has an amazing day. So hit the bell button and take care, guys. I will see you soon.